personally have several mantras. I love good quotes, because when the rest of the world is telling you negative things, you want to hear some positive things to stay on track. You know, block out the negativity. You don't need to hear it. These are things that are on my refrigerator. They're hanging up in my office. Things that I just personally have really grasped onto. Do whatever you need to do. Add to it. You know, take things off that you don't really like so much, but add some good ones on there. The things that light your fire. Okay, so let's get started. The first one is I have infinite patience when it comes to fulfilling my own destiny. I am an infinite being, therefore the age of my body has no bearing on what I become or want. I can accomplish anything I put my mind to because I know I am truly never alone. And that is such a good one. I love Wayne Dyer. He's so amazing and so inspirational anyway, but it's true. And some of you are thinking, am I getting started too late in acting? And should I even be pursuing this? Am I too old? Am I too heavy? Am I too this? Am I too that? You think about, there are plenty of people in the acting industry who made it and didn't even start until they were in their 40s or 50s or older. Rodney Dangerfield didn't start his career until he retired. Roseanne Barr didn't start until after she had raised her children. There are plenty of people who don't get started till later. You know, the only time it's too late is when you're in that box at the end of your life. That's the only time it's too late. Okay, so do it now. No time like the present. Love this one. God does not abort dreams. I love that. And I believe in that wholeheartedly. That's Joel Osteen, who I just love his sermons. Love this one. Argue for your limitations and they shall become yours. That one is one of my all-time favorites. If you say, I can't be an actor because I'm stuck in St. Louis. I can't be an actor because I haven't had the right training. I can't be an actor because I don't have the money. I can't be an actor because I don't have the time. Whatever you argue for, you're going to make it so. You know, like Jean-Luc Picard, you say, make it so, right? Right? Don't make it so. You know, use that. You know, maybe you're in a small market, but I'll tell you what, then you have a lot less competition. You know, maybe you don't have a lot of money, but you get creative. Acting's about creativity. Use your creative brain to overcome those things where you might need money. Maybe you don't feel like you have time. Well, try 10 and 15 minutes a day cold reading at night and at home in your room. You know, there are so many little things you can do. For everything you can tell me why you can't be an actor, I guarantee you I can give you an argument why that's not true. Okay, so don't make it true for yourself. Okay, this is one of my favorites. I'm going to say that with all these, you know that, don't you? Okay, okay. If you think you're too small to be effective, then you've never been in bed with a mosquito. Anybody here ever been in bed with a mosquito? Kept you up all night, didn't it? That little sucker is just, and literally sucker, right? Right? Can just keep you awake all night long. That little bitty thing, right? It has an impact on you, as small as it is. Be a really good mosquito, okay? The task ahead of us is never as great as the power behind us. I love that one too. When you realize that your fantasy and your reality are the same thing, you are truly enlightened. So when you fantasize, you picture yourself having a really good scene in a movie, that's your reality. You have to realize that, okay? Don't be weary in well-doing. Keep doing it, and you shall reap a great reward. That's from the Bible. If ye have faith as a mustard seed, nothing shall be impossible unto you. I even have a little charm that has that on it with a little mustard seed. You ever seen a mustard seed? They are so incredibly teeny tiny. If you have that much faith in yourself and faith in the universe, faith in God, you can make it happen. It's not a lot of faith. It just takes a little bit. Okay? Tough times never last. Tough people do. You've all, I'm sure, seen and heard those interviews on late shows at night and so forth where you hear actors saying, man, I almost gave up, and I was living in this crummy apartment, and my car was broken down. But you've all heard those stories. And then by golly, boom, they get this really great opportunity, you know, because they knew their tough times weren't going to last. They hung in there. So you've just got to hang in there. When you think it's not going to get better, hang in there, okay? No one can make you feel small without your permission. So when you go to an audition, if you walk away feeling this big, you permitted it. Dust yourself off and say, okay, it wasn't the best one I did. Maybe it was the worst, but now I've done my worst and I'm going to go up from here, you know? Okay? Next page. We only see in others those qualities we ourselves possess. I think this is a really good one when you think about the people around you saying, you can't be an actor. Well, they can't see that you could be an actor because they don't see it in themselves. They don't see themselves having the ability to have a creative career where every day they wake up, it's a gamble. It is a gamble. Every day you wake up. Actors are some of the bravest people out there because every day you wake up, you don't know when your next job is going to be. But you keep going, right? And I love that. And you think about, so often I think that people who tell you you shouldn't be in acting, I think their heart is really in the right place. You know, I think about my parents, who I believe love me dearly, but they still are waiting for me to get a real job. Okay? They still think eventually I'm going to get a 9-to-5 and be in a cubicle, and they're going to be so proud. Okay? It's not going to happen, but they're going to be so proud when it does, right? But it's because for them, happiness is security. For them, happiness is consistency. It's knowing every day they wake up, they're in the same place with the same people, the same schedule, the same meal plan. They wake up with the same person, they go to bed with the same person, they get the paper at the exact same time every day, they collect the mail out the front every day at the exact same time. They need that consistency, and for them, that's happiness. They want me to be happy. So if that's happiness for them, they assume it's happiness for me, right? It's not that they don't believe in what I'm doing, they just want me to be happy. So when you look at the people around you, look at what is making them happy, I guarantee it's not what you want to do. And that's probably what they want you to do. Make sense? Yeah. Okay. Your dream isn't over until God says so. That just could not be more true, Joel Osteen. The world is a dangerous place, not because of evil, but because of those who look on and do nothing. Yeah. So when you see something that's not going right, or you don't believe that you can make changes in your life, just know it's a dangerous place for the people who sit back and have no oomph, no drive, no passion. Just think of how great this world is because of the people with passion, whether it's in science or medicine, engineering, teaching. The people with passion for what they do are what make this world a really good place. And acting can be the same way. As an actor, you can bring joy to someone. You can bring out all of their emotions. You can help them have a good cry. There's so much you can do for a person as an actor. Your position in this world is just as important as anybody else. Don't ever let that not be a belief in your brain. Don't give up just before the miracle happens. Now, I saved this one for last because I think what you have to keep in mind as an actor is, what if you died tomorrow, right? And you're standing at the pearly gates and you're having this little chat with God, right? And you say to God, man, why didn't you let me be an actor? I really wanted to be an actor. I thought that's what you wanted me to be. And it just never happened. Why, God? And God says, well, gosh, funny you should ask that because I meant to talk to you about that. See, I had this really great part lined up for you, and you quit 5 days earlier. So I had to give it to somebody else, and now they're a big star. That was meant for you, but you gave up. Wouldn't that be a bummer? You know, so don't give up just before the miracle happens, okay? Okay, so that's my little bit of inspiration for you, and I draw on that daily myself. I hope that will help you, but now that we have some inspiration, let's get down to business, okay? Okay, what you need to know, who you need to know, what they do, where to find them, all that good stuff. Let's talk about that first. You really need to understand who the players are in film. I mean, you all kind of probably think you know what a director is or what a producer is, but there are a lot of gray areas there you don't really understand. And I bet a lot of you don't really completely understand the difference between a casting director and agent. You know, some of you might have a general idea, but you don't really know where those lines cross and don't cross and that kind of thing. So we're going to talk about that. So when you do have an opportunity to talk to these people, you won't feel like an idiot because confidence is extremely powerful. You know, knowledge is powerful. And so that's what we're going to talk about.